Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Mule Barn in Fairfield, where we're getting ready for varsity basketball action this afternoon between the Fairfield Mules and the Benton Rangers, but we're actually going to honor the seniors this afternoon. And the reason why we're doing that is because in this era of uncertainty with the pandemic, you don't know if there will be a senior night on what would normally be senior night. So they're going to get it out of the way right here on the very first game, so they make sure we can honor these seniors. Sadie Chappell is first senior cheerleader to be recognized. I'm Randy Olson, joined here in the booth with Mark Wells. Mark, I think this is a great idea to do this, to make sure you're able to honor these seniors.
Well, I agree with you, Randy.
Because you don't know what the future brings.
You don't. I mean, it's a game-to-game situation, really. We don't really know. It is smart on the part of FCHS to be able to do this. I'm sure they would like to have more people in the stands, but, you know, it was smart. It's a good choice what they did here.
Second cheerleader is, I didn't catch her first name. Foster is her last name. That's Scott Foster's daughter.
There's two of them, I believe. I believe that's Madeline, but I may be wrong on that. We'll find out here in a moment. Marlis. That was Marlis.
Now the players. Lucas Halbert. He wears number 5 on his jersey. Coming out here with his parents.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas Halbert. Next up we have senior Brandon Lane.
Brandon Lane will be the next senior player to be recognized. Wears number 12 on his jersey for the Mules.
Senior Brandon Lane. Next we have Colin Massey.
Our next senior Mule player to be honored is Colin Massey. Colin wears number 14 on his Mules jersey.
Colin Massey. Noah McElravy.
Noah McElravy, that is Coach McElravy's son. And Noah wears number 3. You know, Mark, this has been really an incredible journey for these seniors. What a roller coaster ride. You know, they didn't think they were going to get to have a season, then they thought they were, then they weren't going to have it again, and, you know, just back and forth, back and forth. And finally, here we are playing, albeit with masks and other things like that, but at least we're having a season, at least we can honor them here tonight.
Absolutely. You know, when you stop and you think and you flash back, Randy, as you mentioned last year when Benton played Fairfield in the regional championship, actually, it was just 3 games ago these teams met.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy. And
Blake Pruitt is the next senior being honored here.
And you never would have thought that we would be where we are today.
Yeah, nobody could have. No, you couldn't imagine it or write a book.
Yeah.
Pruitt wears number 22 for the Mules.
And when you look at the tournaments that they missed, the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, the Carmi Invitational Tournament, you know, and being able to play here is something for these kids. Even though it's a shortened season, they're playing, and that's the main thing.
Absolutely, that's the main thing. Landon Zerlini, our final senior Mule player to be honored here this afternoon. And Landon hit the game-winning shot last night for the Mules on the road at Salem. He wears number 24. Yeah, I mean, if you would have asked me or just about anybody in this building 2 weeks ago, would we be here right now playing this game and honoring these seniors, and I would say no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just how quickly things change.
Right. Exactly.
Appreciation for their contribution to SCHS.
And
Mule senior players and cheerleaders.
yeah, and you look at around us and everything, everyone else is being able to play, and we shake our heads and think, well, why can't our kids, our students, all these athletes play, whether it's the boys, the girls, and but again, at least we're playing. Even though it's a shortened season, it'll be it'll be something they'll remember.
Well, they can tell their children and grandchildren. I remember back in 2021, that we had this thing called COVID-19.
Yeah,
we all wore a mask, and we couldn't go anywhere or do anything.
Well, and here's the thing too, Randy. You think of these athletic directors that had to scramble, like Bobby and the rest of them around Southern Illinois had to scramble to put a season together. Who are they going to play? You know, and it all has to do with the travel. The distance, and who are they going to play? How many games are we going to be able to get in?
And that's still a work in progress.
Yeah. And, we're going to have to play on Saturdays that maybe we normally don't get a chance to play, which I think it's a great idea to be able to get as many games in. Then when you look at, we get done with basketball, then we're going to play football in the spring.
And there's a tiny bit of overlap there, too, which is going to make it really interesting because a lot of these athletes play football as well. And so that will be a concern for some of them, how they're going to get in football shape and be able to practice for football with that slight overlap that we have.
Well, you look like, for instance, the Mules, Landon. He's the starting quarterback.
Yeah, Landon Zerlini,
Yeah, what's going to happen with that, And then here's another thing you got to worry about. You don't want these guys to be injured.
Right.
And that's one thing you got to consider, and I'm sure both the football and basketball coaches are thinking of that in the back of their mind. They're not dwelling on it, but that's something that is could be reality.
Oh yeah,
and not for the Mules, but for any other teams in Southern Illinois that may have the same situation with the starting quarterback or running back or whatever. That may be playing basketball right now.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to absorb and take in. And you know how tough that the pandemic has been on adults like you and me. Think about what it's been like on these teenagers. I mean, I try to think back to when I was in high school and what my reaction would have been if I had to go through some of the things that these teenagers have had to go through during this pandemic. So many things taken away from them that we take for granted. Let's say, for example, all of the school dances. They haven't had any school dances in a long time. I mean, this thing broke out about a year ago at this time in February, and so virtually nobody had a prom last year.
Look at the graduations, how they had to do graduation.
Graduations were done, drive-through and parking lots and all kinds of crazy things. Again, no prom, no homecoming, no sweetheart dance. May or may not have a prom this year, depending upon what happens. And, of course, there was no baseball or softball season last year or other spring sports. That was completely gutted last year. So these seniors, that are out here right now, some of them play baseball, didn't get to play baseball last year, didn't think they were going to get to play basketball this year until just, 2 weeks ago when we finally get the thumbs up from IDPH and IHSA to play, and then you scramble around to try to put a schedule together to meet the metrics of who is in your region, phase 4, and that's a little bit complicated. Then you deal with all the situation in the gyms where, everybody's got to wear a mask. Okay, fine, we'll do that. Nobody can sit within 30 feet of the floor. Okay, we'll do that. Players can't be on a bench or have chairs together. We'll have to spread the chairs out. Okay, we'll do that. We'll take a break every about the 4-minute mark of every quarter to give them what we call a mask break so the players can literally catch their breath and pull their masks down a little bit and get instruction from the coach at the same time. Okay, we'll do that. We'll use not one but 2 game balls so that we can, clean one ball while the other one is in play so we can constantly be wiping them off. We'll have hand sanitizer all over the gym, which, again, we've done all that. And we'll only allow a limited number of fans in the gym, and in most cases, like this gym, the Mule Barn, a big one, 50 fans in here. Now, they did relax the requirements a little bit on not counting us, the media, as part of the 50, or the game officials as part of the 50. So there are truly 50 fans here this evening, which are largely just made up of parents of the players and cheerleaders that are here.
And, for me, I stop and think about, these teams that travel and they can't take their own players or their own fans with them, mom, dad, brother, sister. And here's another thing, too, Randy, that's may be minute, but these fans that go out of town to these visiting and visit these teams out of town, it's kind of a it's a bad situation for some of the businesses like restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
I want to grab something to eat before I go to the game or after the game. Well, you can't do that because you're not allowed to go to the game if you're a visiting team.
That's what all the Benton fans are facing right now,
Right.
and we're happy to have you Benton fans on watching the game this afternoon. We're more than happy to provide this free stream to you. We totally believe in free streaming and not pay-per-view, but that's a discussion that we could go on about for 10 or 15 minutes. But I think it is important to bring the game to you since you can't be here. I know that many of you appreciate it. We've heard from many of you already who have sent us messages, either through our website or through our Facebook page, or if you got my number, you text message me. And this is what we do. We've been doing this for 16 years. We provide free streaming service of ball games for teams all around the area. This is what we do, and we don't do it for money. We don't do it for pay-per-view. We do it for the kids, okay? Because that's who we're honoring here. It's for the kids and for the parents. And my goodness sakes, I wish there would have been a service like this available whenever I was playing, and I can only think what some of these parents of players, down in Benton are thinking right now. I mean, they're sitting at home an hour away, and they're watching the game on their big screen TV right now, and we're trying to provide them with coverage, which is the next best thing to be in here. But it's still not exactly the same thing as being here in the Mule Barn.
That's true. And, a lot of these parents, what they will do, they'll archive these games and save them for their kids when they get older and they start having a family, and they can say, hey, here's your dad that played basketball back in 2021.
Yeah.
And,
that was the year of the pandemic. Remember that?
The year of the pandemic.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'll tell you what, we are going to hear from a couple of our sponsors, and the players are warming up on the floor. Looks like we have about 6 minutes left until we start this one from the Mule Barn. Varsity action between the Benton Rangers and the Fairfield Mules. Both teams were winners last night. Benton won on the road at DuQuoin, and Fairfield a winner on the road at Salem last night. We'll talk a little bit more about that and give you more of a preview of this game coming up in just a moment here live on AreaSports.net.
The difference between profit and loss is razor thin in today's market. Luckily, your GSI dealer is there to help you stay in the black. Capturing futures carry and improving your basis with increased on-farm storage on average could earn a 50-cent per bushel difference. Taking advantage of early harvest and saving with on-farm drying makes a profitability difference. Proven and dependable grain systems that boost your bottom line, that's the GSI difference.
Vaughn Equipment is a family-owned and operated business in Fairfield that's committed to providing quality equipment to the farm, construction, tractor-trailer, marine, and oil field industries. They feature a great selection of new and pre-owned trucks, trailers, farm equipment, construction equipment, and rental equipment. Their inventory changes weekly, and you can see it all in person or on their website. Whatever you're looking for to do the job right, Vaughn Equipment can help you. They're located at 1102 South 1st Street in Fairfield, or call 842-3500.
As a craftsman, Gordy had imagination and vision. As a business owner and machinist, he understood all the moving components and how important they were to making things work. When he dreamed of building his business, he knew he needed help. FNB provided the spark necessary to ignite his growth. That partnership has proven to be his best creation yet.
Welcome back to the Mule Barn. Randy Olson along with Mark Wells as we bring you action here between the Fairfield Mules and the Benton Rangers. Are piping a little bit of music through the speaker system here. That's something else we take for granted that we don't have now during basketball games in the age of COVID, and that is the pep band. Pep band can't be here.
Yeah, and you stop and think, that gets the crowd going.
Yeah.
And you've been to many gyms as well, Randy, and you see all these pep bands and how energetic they are. They get the crowd fired up. And, the players feed off of that just as well. Yeah,
absolutely. Fairfield a winner last night on the road at Salem, 61-59 on a last-second shot by Landon Zerlini as he drove the length of the floor and put up about a 18-footer to win the game for the Mules after Salem had tied it with about 8 seconds left. We had a great interview this morning with Coach Scott McElravy on the Sports Couch that you can check out in archive if you want to. In fact, we had 8 different coaches on the show with us this morning. The Sports Couch is our 90-minute show that we do every Saturday morning on AreaSports.net. Talk to coaches from around the area. And, again, we archive that as well, so you can check that out if you'd like to on our website just below where you're watching at right now on the front page. Benton a winner last night on the road at DuQuoin by a score of 53-42. This matchup today is an intriguing one because, as you mentioned, it was just 3 games ago that these teams played each other in postseason play, and the Rangers eliminated the Mules from the regional championship, and Fairfield hadn't forgot about that.
No, they have not, and I think this will be a perfect time for revenge. It's on the back of these guys' mind that they remember last year, and I don't think they started out as hot as they wanted to against Benton. I think Benton came out and pretty well on fire, if I remember right, Randy, in that game, and Mules just couldn't catch them. I believe Benton lost one of their main players from last year. I can't remember his name.
Well, both teams have lost some players from
right.
graduation. Certainly it's not exactly the same teams that met each other in the regional championship, but still a lot of holdovers on this squad from both Benton and from Fairfield. Coach Ron Weinmiller does a great job down at Benton. He's been there for quite a while now. He's been a guest with us many times on the Sports Couch as well, and he will have his team ready to play. Despite the fact that they didn't know 2 weeks ago that we were going to have a season and had to scramble around and get a schedule together and that sort of thing, I'm sure they rolled up their sleeves and went to work immediately down at Benton, just like they did here in Fairfield, to get ready for the season. And everybody's just trying to make the best of it. It's 5.5 weeks. It's a sprint. The IHSA says, hey, there's no limit, guys, on the number of games you play. That's really up to you. All they said was, let's just keep it reasonable. Well, everybody's interpretation of reasonable is different. Some teams have scheduled 12 games. Some have scheduled 16. Some have scheduled 18 games.
And there's no state series, is that correct?
Right.
There's no state series, but there is conference champions.
Well,
is that correct,
as long as you're playing everybody in your conference, you could say there's a conference championship. Now, in the river-to-river, that may or may not happen because of, this whole Phase 4 thing and the boundaries of the regions and stuff like that. So, I mean, they're scheduled to play everybody in their conference, but whether they'll get to or not remains to be seen. And the same is true in the Black Diamond. I mean, they should be able to play everybody, but, again, you just don't know for sure. Fairfield, of course, the defending champions of the Black Diamond. They've won it several years in a row now. We are going to have a national anthem. So we will pause for that right now here at the Mule Barn and honor America as they lower the colors from the ceiling. National anthem here, and they are going to run through the starting lineups.
At guard, 6'1" junior, number 11, Landon Boland.
Landon Boland for the Rangers. He's a 6'1" junior. I noticed that every player on the Rangers is over 6 feet tall.
I noticed that too.
Number 12 is Reed Bumgard. He's a 6'1" junior.
Forward, 6'5" senior, number 14, Jacob Seidel.
Jacob Seidel's a 6'5" senior. Where's number 14 for?
Number 15, Wyatt McClintock.
the Rangers. Wyatt McClintock, number 15, is a 6'2 senior. And Reese Johnson, number 32, is a 6'1 senior. So they go with Bolin, Bumgart, Seidel, McClintock, and Johnson as the starting five for the Benton Rangers. And now for the Fairfield Mules, Noah McElravy. Wears number 3. He's a 5'11 senior guard.
At forward, a 6'4 senior, number 12, Brandon Lane.
Number 12 is Brandon Lane, 6'4" senior. He has really come on strong from a year ago.
Number 14, Colin Massey.
Colin Massey wears number 14. He's a 5'10 senior guard.
5'9 senior, number 22, Blake Pruitt.
Blake Pruitt is a 5'9 senior guard.
6'4 senior, number 24.
And Landon Zerlini, who hit the game winner last night, 6'4 senior, wears number 24. So the Mules go with McElravy, Lane, Massey, Pruitt, and Zerlini. Definitely a size advantage, you could say, for the Benton Rangers having everybody over 6 foot here.
Yeah, I agree with that, Randy. You've got Seidel at 6'5", and McClintock 6'2". As you mentioned, everyone over 6 foot. You don't usually see that on a starting lineup.
Right.
It's very rare.
Again, we do not do a jump ball during COVID basketball. Instead, you award the ball to start the game to the visiting team, and so the Benton Rangers will have the basketball first in their gray uniforms. Glad you're with us here live on AreaSports.net. And with the basketball is Reese Johnson out front. They'll go down low on the drive, and the shot is up and in by McClintock. McClintock puts the Rangers in front here to start this contest, as the Mules have their first possession now. Out front, top of the key, shot is up. It's in and out, no good by Lane. Here is an outlet pass quickly for Benton, and it's knocked away, but regained in the corner, and they'll reset the offense out front to Johnson. Mules will open in a man-to-man defense. With the basketball out front is Bumgart. Bumgart against McElravy. Hands it off behind him to McClintock. Now to Johnson again, looking for a cutter. Johnson down the lane, tries to bounce past it down underneath. He does. Its shot is blocked from behind by Zerlini, out of bounds on the shot there by McClintock. That was a nice pass.
Yeah, it was, and McClintock wide open, but he just couldn't handle the ball. It was a good defense by the Mules.
Just underway here at the Mule Barn, 7:02 to play, opening quarter. Matchup between Black Diamond team and River to River team as the ball's kicked out of bounds by the Mules. They'll stay with Benton. Again, about 50 fans in the building, which are just parents and of the players and cheerleaders. They cleared out the gym after the freshman game for the freshman parents, cleared it out again after the JV parents, and now we get the varsity parents here. Here is the inbound to Landon Bolin. Bolin guarded by Pruitt out front. Almost a steal, but gathered back in by Bumgart. Down the lane, shot is up short by McClintock, but foul's going to be called underneath. And that's going to send Wyatt McClintock to the line, a 6'2 senior.
That foul went to Landon Zerlini, his first.
Got in a little bit of foul trouble last night at Salem.
Yeah.
He had 4 fouls late in the game. His free throw was missed there by McClintock. Coach Weinmiller assisted over there by Wade Thomas and also Jason Hobbs, as that free throw is made. Mules back on the attack as Rangers have the early lead, 3-0. In the corner with it is Massey. Massey to Zerlini. Here's a drive inside, the pass to Lane, and he puts it up and in. Brandon Lane. Again, his footwork and movement inside the lane has improved dramatically over a year ago. Here's a baseline drive by Johnson. Slapped around and picked back up out front by Bolin. Bolin's going to spin inside the lane, missed the shot. There's the follow, back up and in by McClintock. Rangers up 5-2. Mules back on the attack as McElravy is fouled. The reach in there on Bumgart. Here's a shot from the corner by McElravy, no good. Rebound by Benton as McClintock comes out of there with it. They get it up the court quickly to Baumgart. Now back out to Johnson. They'll set the offense. Johnson guarded out there by Massey. He'll stop, pop from the elbow, lips in and out. Yeah. Boy, it was halfway down.
Oh, that was. Popped right back out of that net.
Zerlini with the rebound. The Mules come the other way. 5:32 left here in the first quarter. When there's not very many fans in the gym, you can certainly hear the coaches and hear the referees and hear the players a lot better, can't you?
And their sneakers.
Yeah, and their sneakers. You got it. Of course, we had a floor mic turned on during the freshman and JV game as the drive to the basket by Lane, and he's got all 4 of the Mules' points. 5-4 our score. Johnson back across the line for the Rangers. And we have got an offensive foul called on Benton.
Yeah, that foul goes to Jacob Seidel, calling him offensive foul. It's his first.
Moving screen, essentially, is what it was. And we got a timeout. Or are they going to call this the mask timeout?
I think it's the mask timeout.
Okay, 4:59 to play here in the first quarter. We got the mask timeout or media timeout, whatever you want to call it. But we will be back with more in just a moment here live from the Mule Barn. Back here live at the Mule Barn, Randy Olson along with Mark Wells as we bring you varsity action now between Fairfield and Benton. We had an inadvertent horn there. Now we get it in as Fairfield has the ball. McElravy out front to Massey, back across now to Pruitt. Zerlini has it now. Zerlini open for 3, lets it fly, short. Rebound Benton. Back the other direction they go. Baumgart with it to Johnson. Johnson takes it off glass, missed it.
Good drive, but it just rolled in and out. Another one.
Yeah, had a couple of them lip out of there, haven't they?
Yeah.
Massey back in the front court for the Mules. McElravy to Massey. Lob it inside
Good
to
inside
Zerlini,
pass.
and he scores. Zerlini takes his man down low and post up. That's his first bucket of the game, and it gives the Mules their first lead of the game at 6-5. 4:05 left here in the first quarter. Rangers back on the attack. Here's a drive inside by McClintock. It's slapped around and taken away by the Mules. Zerlini will bring it up. Landon's going to stop and pop a high archer. It's short. Grabbed out of there by Bolin. Ahead to Johnson. Here come the Rangers. They try to bounce back.
Good defense.
Lane takes it away.
Yeah, good defense by Landon Zerlini to knock the ball over to Lane, bring it back up for the Mules.
Got his hand in that passing lane, didn't he?
He sure did. Good inside pass.
Here's the little pick and roll to Lane. He missed the bunny underneath, and Johnson's got the rebound for Benton. Ooh, almost an over and back there.
I was going to say, his foot's right on the line.
Three-pointer is short from the left wing, and it's grabbed out of there by Massey, and Mules will walk it up right now. You know, I've heard many players say it gets tough to push the ball very much because it gets hard to breathe out there with those masks on, and I can certainly understand that.
Yeah, I can too.
You will see several of the players actually change out their mask during the game because they sweat through them so much, as Zerlini has his shot fall off the rim, and Benton with the rebound.
It looks like a lot of them may have it pulled down just below their nose too, right?
Yeah, trying to give themselves some air there. Wholesale changes here for both teams. 2 guys coming in for Benton and a whole new 5 actually coming in for Fairfield, as we'll run through those for you. Looks like we've got
Got Camden Robbins, 42. He's 42 in this game now.
Yeah, and Eric Rogers is out there. And also we have Noah Barger out there, as well as Dylan Best and Lucas Halbert, all in the game for the Mules. Here's Johnson from the right wing, and it bounces high off the backboard and no good. And there's the rebound by Barger for the Mules. They work it around the perimeter to Halbert. Halbert goes to the right side. Barger will drive, put up a little underhanded shot. It missed, and stepping on the end line out of bounds there is Jacob Seidel.
Randy, here's another thing you got to think about. These officials, how are they, their whistle? A lot of them have these, what they call now a hand whistle they can push, and it sounds like a...
That's an option that they've given them. They've given them the electronic option button, or you can still wear the whistle underneath the mask. I think these gentlemen are all doing the... They're all doing the whistle underneath the mask.
That's what I think. It's what it looks like.
Here's a little jump hook that's up and in by Camden Robbins. Nice move on the block by Robbins, Mules up by 3 now. It's 8-5. We're under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter as the ball is knocked away and out of bounds, lost by the Rangers. It's a turnover back to the Mules. We mentioned that the scheduling was put together pretty quickly, and it's still kind of a moving target. You might still see some games added by the Mules or the Rangers. Just depends. Here's Johnson from the top of the key, and he got it.
Give him a 3 on that one.
Just rolled over the rim, didn't it? That ties the game at 8-8. Minute 31 left here in the opening frame from the Mule Barn. Traveling violation. As Robbins picked up his pivot foot. Well, it wasn't Robbins, I'm sorry. It was Dylan Best. Turnover gives it back to Benton as the Mules change back out and bring their 5 starters back in. Johnson with it in the back court, working against Massey. Gets it across. Mules have gone to a 3-2 zone now. See how the Rangers attack it. Here's a shot that's short from the right side, no good. Mules have it. On the dribble, it's Zerlini. Gets it ahead to Pruitt. He'll drive baseline, dishes it inside to Lane. He lost his footing and turned it over, traveled with it. Couldn't gather himself quite, could he?
Looked like he may have slipped just a little bit, and they called him for the travel.
You know, I sometimes wonder, too, if the mask, depending upon where it's at on your face, if it affects your peripheral vision. I would say it does.
It does us when we're out,
Sure.
And they're moving back and forth.
Yeah. So sometimes when you're trying to see the ball below you with your peripheral vision, you can't really see it.
Can't see it.
It's blocked by the mask. Whipping that ball around against the zone are the Rangers. 39 seconds left as Johnson has it out on the top.
You never know, Randy, we may see clear mask in the future.
They're probably out there.
Yeah.
Nice pass inside to McClintock, and he scores for the Rangers and gives them the lead.
He's had most of his baskets right underneath the rim, Randy. He's
10-8 Benton.
Yeah.
They led early 3-0, and then the Mules came back and gained the lead. Now Benton's got it back. Here's Lane with it with 10 seconds left. What are they going to do? Massey backs it up with 5 seconds left. Trying to find a room to shoot. Now he's going to force up a 3, and it won't go.
a little short.
That's the end of the first quarter play. Our score, Benton Rangers 10, Fairfield Mules 8. And we'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment here live on AreaSports.net. Carter Turf and Tractor is now open in their beautiful new location on West Main Street in Fairfield in the former Save-A-Lot building. Carter Turf and Tractor is your area dealer for high-quality Kubota tractors in a variety of sizes, perfect for a landscaping business or to easily handle a variety of jobs around your home or farm. They can customize a solution for your needs. They also have the Kubota RTV utility vehicles for on-road and off-road transportation and hauling needs. When there's mowing or Back at the Mule Barn, Randy Olson along with Mark Wells. What'd you see in that first quarter, Mark? 10-8 Benton.
I thought both teams looked pretty good.
A little seesaw battle here.
Seesaw battle. Turnovers are even. And I think it's just, again, what are we looking at here? Just games just barely in the season. They're getting used to the mask, which I think, again, as you said, the peripheral vision here could be affected.
Fairfield has the ball first to start the second quarter of play as McElravy has it out front. Comes over to Zerlini. Zerlini is cut off as the Benton defense moves well with help defense. Inside now, it goes to Lane, and he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. Brandon Lane will go to the line. Let's see who they called it on.
Give it to Giacconi. That's his first.
Giacconi wears number 22 in the game now for the Rangers. He was not one of the original starters, but he's out there now. He is a 6'1" senior, so there's another player that Coach Weinmiller has that's over 6 feet tall. Free throws missed that time.
Brandon made one of those free throws. Yeah.
Rangers with the lead in the basketball as Johnson has it out top. He's going to hand it off out there to Bumgart. Bumgart's going to drive, goes up against Zerlini and scores.
Yeah, it was a good drive by Bumgart. Zerlini was hoping to draw the charge, but a little bit of a move there by Bumgart.
Yeah, he got around his arm and put it up in off the window, and it's 12-9 Rangers.
Good feed.
And a charging foul is going to be called on Brandon Lane.
Yeah.
Lane with the offensive foul will give it back to the Rangers with 7:11 left here in the first half.
First foul on Brandon Lane. That's team foul number 2 on Fairfield.
So Johnson will walk it up. Put it out there is Bolin, and he traveled with the basketball.
Turnover.
Right back to the Mules it comes. One thing about it, these coaches can hear each other, too.
Yeah, they can. They can. You don't normally hear them during the regular season. Yeah.
No secrets out there. Here's Zerlini with the three. No, not Zerlini. I'm sorry, McElravy, but Zerlini with the rebound, and he gets bumped.
They're going to call that on Landon Bolin, Benton, Randy. That's his first team foul, number 4 for Benton.
Colin Massey will be the trigger man from the baseline. Comes in out front to Zerlini. Leaves it for McElravy. Around to Zerlini. He's going to stop. Pop off the dribble, no good. There's Lane with the rebound, sticks it back up and in.
Good rebound by Brandon Lane, right where he needed to be at the right time.
Lane's been a beast in there so far for the Mules. Cuts the lead back to 1.
Brandon has 6 points for the Mules.
6 of the Mules, 11. 6:09 left here in the first quarter. Johnson with it again for Benton. He's going to drive down the lane. Little scoop shot is no good. Massey throws it ahead to Zerlini, and he dunks it.
He dunked the ball. Good.
Great outlet pass there by Massey.
You knew Landon was going to go to the rim.
And Landon dunks it with authority for the Mules.
Sure did.
13-12. Mules take the lead on the slamma-jamma by Zerlini.
Well, he almost got a steal there.
Bolin. Out front to McClintock. Now over to Bumgart. Bumgart drives inside, splits defenders, and going to be fouled. I think it's going to go against.
It's going to go on Noel McElravy.
I think so. Yep,
it was almost. That could have been almost an offensive foul on.
It was close.
Yeah, on Bumgart. He took that right hand of his and was pushing him off a little bit, but the official didn't see it.
Reed Bumgart at the line, the 6'1" junior for the Rangers. Left it a little long that time. Again, we'll have action for you from Wayne City tonight at 6 o'clock, tipping off as Wayne City will host Edwards County tonight, as Danny Onsumet will join me over there for that one. Second free throw's missed, but the Rangers get the rebound.
Yeah, McClintock was right there for the rebound and kicked it out to Reese Johnson.
Johnson's got it now. He was right side to McClintock. He's looking for a cutter inside. Mules have switched back to a man-to-man again. Here is the cutter.
Good inside pass, but he just couldn't get it.
Seidel couldn't quite finish, and on the rebound we've got a whistle and a foul. That happened on the rebound, and that's going to send Jacob Seidel to the line. Seidel at 6'5", he's a senior.
Noah McElroy, who picked up that foul, his second foul.
And free throws up and in for Seidel. It ties this game back up again at 13-13. Great to have all you Benton fans on with us this afternoon here from the Mule Bar. I know it's got to be tough not being able to go to a visiting gym to watch your son play basketball, but we're happy to bring it to you free of charge. No pay-per-view here. Mules back in the front court, trying to break this 13-13 deadlock. Pruitt hands it off out to Massey. His three ball won't go. There's the Rangers for the rebound. They'll bring it the other way. Johnson on the move. He's going to stop and pop it from the elbow. It's a little long. And the rebound is knocked out of bounds by Zerlini, and there is the mask timeout. At the 4:35 mark here, as we'll take a little break, let the guys get some air and get some instruction from their coach as well. Back with more in just a moment.
As a craftsman, Gordy had imagination and vision. As a business owner and machinist, he understood all the moving components and how important they were to making things work. When he dreamed of building his business, he knew he needed help. FNB provided the spark necessary to ignite his growth. That partnership has proven to be his best creation yet.
4:35 left here in the first half. We're all tied up at 13-13. We've got a good battle going on here at the Mule Barn, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, both teams are quick up and down the floor. McClintock for Benton seems like he breaks when there's a rebound. He tries to get up the court. Same for the Mules. They're bringing it up. And, they're back and forth. Looking good at this point.
We'll remind you both teams were winners last night on the road. Mules won a last-second game at Salem last night as Zerlini hit a jumper at the buzzer literally to win the game.
Yeah.
And Benton with a 11-point win, I think it was, on the road at DeCoin.
Yeah.
Here's Zerlini with the turnaround.
Good turnaround by Landon.
That's the thing about Landon, he doesn't have to play out on the perimeter. He can take you down low and post you up, and it might be the recipe here for the rest of this second quarter. We'll see how the Mules play it. As Benton has the ball with Bolin. In the corner now, it comes to Baumgart.
Almost a steal by Landon, but not quite.
Long three-pointer won't go. McClintock gets the rebound, though. He tries to throw it off a Mule player. Now it's loose on the floor. Jump ball's called. Possession arrow going to leave it with Benton. The game got started a little bit early this afternoon as the freshman game and JV game both moved along pretty good. Top of the key three-pointer is off the mark. No good by Seidel as Mules get the rebound. Zerlini gets it ahead to Massey. Back to Zerlini. Benton doing a pretty good job of closing down those driving gaps, not allowing Zerlini to take the ball down the lane as we have a moving screen called on Fairfield, offensive foul.
Yeah, Eric Rogers, it looked like. Did they call that a foul or he stepped on the line, I believe?
Well, it could have been a turnover.
I think
Either way, it's Benton ball, yeah. 3:29 left here in the first half. Rangers have it. Mules lead it by 2. Shot from the baseline won't go. Tipped around and grabbed out of there by Seidel. Now here's the breakaway. Massey has it.
Good layup. Good steal and, good layup by Colin Massey.
He was able to finish. Puts the Mules up by 4, 17-13. It's one thing to get the steal, another thing to finish. He did both. 3:02 left in the half. McClintock over to Bolin, and now the shot in the corner is drained there by, was that Bumgart?
Yeah, that was
Reed
Bumgart,
Yeah.
3-point.
Couldn't quite see the number in the corner that time. Okay, Bumgart cuts the lead to 1. It's 17 to 16 as we adjust our scoreboard on the screen there for you. Zerlini has it again.
Good
Trying
drive.
to back his man up, goes up for the shot, missed it. Rebound by the Rangers. They want to get it ahead quickly. You know, Zerlini played a lot of AAU ball, a lot of travel ball this year, and I think a couple of these Benton guys played with him.
With him, didn't he?
Yeah. Yep. So they know each other real well. It's not just knowing each other from last year's regional game. It's knowing each other on the travel circuit as well.
And the thing is, too, they get to know these kids a little bit, each other, and become friends down the road. Yep.
Line change here for the Mules as they try to, again, get some fresh bodies in there. And, again, a lot of that is due to the fact that they're playing with a mask. I mean, it's not easy. I don't think I would want to do it.
No.
Glad I played in an era when we didn't have a pandemic. Here's a shot from the corner by Johnson. Won't go, and it's out of bounds off of Camden Robbins, I think, so it's going to stay with the Rangers. 1:54 left here in the half. Well, hopefully we get done with this stuff. We hopefully won't face it again. Let's hope not.
You know, there's a lot of questions, and I'll get to that here in a moment, Randy, but that was 12.
Everybody would like to get back to normal. Bumgart with the nice drive gives the Rangers the lead here at 18-17.
A lot of people wondering, are they going to have to wear a mask during spring sporting events?
Outside.
Outside.
Traveling violation on McElravy.
Yeah. Turnover for the Mules. Yeah, a lot of people wondering. Okay, what's going to happen with football season? What's going to happen with softball, baseball season, track, everything coming up?
Yeah, and again, we're going to have a little bit of an overlap with football on the heels of basketball. And as we mentioned, some of these guys out here on the floor right now, play football. Zerlini's a quarterback for the Mules, and I know some of these Benton players play football too. So, again, they're going to have a bit of an overlap, and the coaches are going to have to work real well together to try to allow these guys to get the practices in, get in shape for football, and they'll work it out, though.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's on the same side. I think everybody wants to see everybody play, so we'll figure it out. And that's what it's all about, is cooperation and communication. We got timeout on the court, and so, hey, we will take timeout as well and be back with more here in just a moment on AreaSports.net.
Are you going out of town for a vacation or a weekend getaway? What are you going to do with your dog? That's easy. There's Jaggers Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon. Jaggers Doggy Daycare is your one-stop shop for overnight dog boarding, doggy daycare, as well as dog grooming and obedience dog training. It's your dog's home away from home, and they will thrive, and they'll get one-on-one attention by a great staff. More information is available on the web at jaggersdoggydaycare.com. Jaggers Doggy Daycare, 414 Main Street in Mount Vernon.
Back to live action here at the Mule Barn as it's taken away by the Mules and then taken right back by the Rangers. As we approach 1 minute to play here in the first half, Johnson with it out front for Benton. Mules have went back to the zone again. Rangers moving around that zone, looking for a gap. There's a backdoor opening, and the shot is missed underneath there by Peyton Bayless. But then it's buried out front by Johnson.
Three-pointer by
Johnson hits a three-pointer. That was a big shot for Benton. That puts Rangers up by 4. That's their biggest lead of the game, and we got timeout by the Mules with 43 seconds left here in the half, and we'll take another brief timeout and be right back.
Wherever life may take you, it all starts with the first step. Begin your journey with Frontier Community College, the foundation for your future.
Back at the Mule Barn, Randy Olson along with Mark Wells. Hope you're enjoying our free video webcast this afternoon of the Mules and the Rangers. We had the freshman game for you on a separate link, also the JV game for you on a separate link. As we come back to live action here, Fairfield has it down to 35 seconds left in the half.
Dylan Best into the game for the Mules, number 32.
Zerlini has the ball right now. He drives by his man, gets underneath.
Good underneath. Feet
Reverse
shot.
Good. He got around 3 different guys that time.
Yeah.
And got underneath the hoop and used the reverse and put it in. Cuts it back to 2, 21-19. We're down to 14 seconds left. Mules staying in that 2-3 or 3-2, whatever it is. Benton trying to find the gap. Knocked away. The long arms. And Benton does not get a shot off here before the end of the half. But they lead it going into the locker room at halftime. Intermission, it's Benton 21 and Fairfield 19 here at halftime. We'll take a short break. Come back and give you some stats here of the first half that Mark's been keeping for us. We'll do that in just a moment.
Vaughn Equipment is a family-owned and operated business in Fairfield that's committed to providing quality equipment to the farm, construction, tractor-trailer, marine, and oil field industries. They feature a great selection of new and pre-owned trucks, trailers, farm equipment, construction equipment, and rental equipment. Their inventory changes weekly, and you can see it all in person or on their website. Whatever you're looking for to do the job right, Vaughn Equipment can help you. They're located at 1102 South 1st Street in Fairfield, or call 842-3500.
As a craftsman, Gordy had imagination and vision. As a business owner and machinist, he understood all the moving components and how important they were to making things work. When he dreamed of building his business, he knew he needed help. FNB provided the spark necessary to ignite his growth. That partnership has proven to be his best creation yet.
The difference between profit and loss is razor thin in today's market. Luckily, your GSI dealer is there to help you stay in the black. Capturing futures carry and improving your basis with increased on-farm storage on average could earn a 50-cent per bushel difference. Taking advantage of early harvest and saving with on-farm drying makes a profitability difference. Proven and dependable grain systems that boost your bottom line, that's the GSI difference.
Back here at the Mule Barn, Randy Olson along with Mark Wells. Our halftime score, Fairfield trailing it against the Benton Rangers as the visiting Rangers lead at 21-19. And tell us how we got here, Mark.
Okay, Randy, will start with Benton as they're leading 21-19. They were led in scoring by 2 people. At Reed Bumgart, he's got 7 points, and Reese Johnson with 7. Jacob Seidel with 1 and Wyatt McClintock with 6. And that, I think I'm missing 1 point there. Of course, I'm using a different kind of scorebook here than we normally use.
Yeah, that's my fault.
That's all right. And I've got Benton for 3 turnovers and team fouls in the first half with 4. Benton 21 first half points. For the Mules, they were led in scoring by Landon Zerlini, who has 8 points, and we follow that with Brandon Lane with 7, and Camden Robbins and Colin Massey both with 2 each for a total of 19 first half points for the Mules. And the turnovers 4 for Fairfield that I've got, and team fouls in the first half, they ended up with 4. But 21-19 first half score with Benton in the lead.
Well, the Mules have switched back and forth from a zone to a man-to-man, making Benton kind of make the adjustments with their offense, and Benton's been able to, find ways to score regardless of which way that Fairfield has played it defensively. For the Mules, they've had definitely some big plays in underneath the basket with Brandon Lane, both on offense as well as getting offensive boards too. And then Zerlini has found a way to score, by taking it off dribble and not just settling for that outside shot.
Yeah, right. And, as far as team fouls, first half, Noel McRae has 2, Brandon Lane and Landon Zerlini both with 1. So no one's in really major foul trouble for the Mules in the first half. And 4 fouls for Benton with Bolin, Bumgart, Seidel, and Mitch Giacconi, each with 1 foul. So as far as the free throws go, the Mules look like they're 1 for 2, along with Benton 1 for 2 on the free throw side. So not many free throws shot in the first half.
And what'd you say Johnson had point-wise here in the first half?
Reed Johnson, 6. He's got 7 points this first half.
All right.
2 threes.
And he had a lot more shots than that rimmed out. Or he could have a lot more, but his shots have kind of fallen off. He's had some good looks.
And with Landon Zerlini the same way, he's had a couple kind of rim out on him as well. And but he leads the way for the Mules with 8.
Okay. 21-19 is our halftime score. We'll take another break. Be back with more from the Mule Barn in just a moment.
Carter Turf and Tractor is now open in their beautiful new location on West Main Street in Fairfield in the former Save-A-Lot building. Carter Turf and Tractor is your area dealer for high-quality Kubota tractors in a variety of sizes, perfect for a landscaping business or to easily handle a variety of jobs around your home or farm. They can customize a solution for your needs. They also have the Kubota RTV utility vehicles for on-road and off-road transportation and hauling needs. When there's mowing or lawn work to be done, Carter Turf and Tractor has you covered with Exmark riding mowers and walk-behind mowers. They also feature a good selection of Echo brand brush cutters, trimmers, and chainsaws, as well as Honda and Generac generators. Come in and see for yourself at the new Carter Turf and Tractor, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 on Saturday.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve with home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
Talk to State Farm agent Lynn Braden in McLeansboro today.
Add some excitement to your life with Black Diamond Harley-Davidson and Black Diamond RV Superstore. The Black Diamond mission is to make sure that every customer is completely satisfied. Black Diamond Harley-Davidson takes pride in offering a huge selection of new and pre-owned motorcycles for their customers to choose from. They maintain the largest inventory in the Midwest with a motorcycle to fit everyone and always great prices. Black Diamond RV Superstore features a great selection of travel trailers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes. In fact, they have travel trailers starting as low as $94 a month, and they're open 7 days a week, so you can always stop by and see the Black Diamond difference for yourself at 2400 Williamson County Parkway in Marion. Black Diamond Harley-Davidson and Black Diamond RV Superstore in Marion. Renshaw Title and Abstract has been purchased by Olson & Reeves, attorneys at law, and has reopened under its new name, Mount Vernon Title Company. Through the resources of Olson & Reeves, Mount Vernon Title Company offers title insurance and title examinations for residential and commercial properties, as well as deed preparation, closing, signings, and escrow services. If you're involved in a real estate transaction, depend on Mount Vernon Title Company at 1015 Broadway, downtown Mount Vernon. You can call them at 316-7322. That's 316-7322. Welcome back to the Mule Barn as Fairfield's come out of their little gathering area over there by the locker room to start shooting around to get ready for the second half. Still waiting for Benton to come back and take the floor. We're less than 3 minutes away for the start of the second half. Hey, if you missed the sports couch this morning, we had 8 different coaches on there this morning, Mark. A lot of guys talking about how they're dealing and handling all this thing with COVID, and everybody's kind of in the same boat.
And one of those coaches you interviewed, Randy, was Jim Miller from Carbondale. And it's his final year of coaching, right?
Final year of coaching at Carbondale after this will be his 23rd year. Of course, he was here at Fairfield for what, 4 years or something, I think, before he went to Carbondale. Yeah, Jim is retiring as the all-time winningest coach in Carbondale Terrier basketball history, has over 420 wins coming into last night's game. They lost last night at Mount Vernon, but Jim has always been quite a tenacious competitor, but he's done so with a lot of class and a lot of respect, and so that was his last trip into Shagnon Gym last night at Mount Vernon to face the Mules or face the Rams, and it's kind of sad, I guess, kind of bittersweet in a way, but good guy, and he did not rule out the possibility of returning to coaching in some capacity down the road, but right now he just wants to, he's retiring from teaching, so he wants to take a little time off, de-stress a little bit, I guess, spend some time with the family and his girls, and so we wish him well, and And we may see him pop back up again one of these times.
When Jim was here, he was well-liked,
yeah.
and they hated to see him go, but he had a perfect opportunity when he went to Carbondale with one of the King girls from Mill Shoals, I believe, still the athletic director down there.
That's right. She was at that time.
At that time, and hired him down there to coach at Carbondale High School. I believe it was Karen. That may be the athletic director down there at that point in time. And he was well-established down there, too. And, they're going to miss him down in Carbondale.
Well, part of the conversation we had with him this morning was talking about all the great players that he coached over this 23-year period. He had a team there back in the late 90s, early 2000s that had six D1 players on one team.
Wow.
And when I say D1, I don't mean like SIU D1. I mean like they went to Oregon and Washington and Creighton and Duquesne and Marquette and places like that.
And how often do you hear that?
Oh, my goodness sakes. He just had some incredible talent down there at Carbondale, which, as he said, hey, that helped him win, 420-plus games when you got that kind of talent around you. Plus, he gave a lot of credit to his assistant coaches. He's had some great assistant coaches down there through the years, too. So we wish Jim Miller well as he wraps up his final season coaching at Carbondale with the Terriers. It was good to see him last night at Shagnod Gym in Mount Vernon. All right, well, the teams are back out on the floor, and we are just about ready for second half action here. And let's see what kind of adjustments that both teams make, as Benton has the 2-point lead, but Fairfield will have the ball first to start this second half. Teams change ends, of course, and with it is Brandon Lane out front. Here's a skip pass over in the corner to Massey. Now it comes over to Pruitt. He'll launch a three ball, missed it. There's Lane with the rebound. Back out to McElravy. Thinks about a shot. They close out well on him to where he can't get the shot off. Now they go inside the lane. Back out Zerlini. Benton doing a good job with help defense here. Here's a drive
by Noah.
By McElravy.
Yeah, it was a good drive by Noah McElravy. That's his first point of the game, Randy.
How about that?
Yeah.
They've kept him in check so far. If he ties the game on the bucket and is fouled, he'll have a chance to give the Mules a lead on the and one. Just as soon as I said something about the help defense, it broke down all of a sudden, and Noah was able to find a driving lane.
I didn't catch who that foul was on. Oh, that's on Jacob Seidel. That's his second foul for Benton.
Free throw is missed. Benton with the rebound. They'll bring it back the other way. Bumgart with it. Over here to Bolin in front of us. Now back out the top for Johnson. His shot won't go. Lane with the rebound. Johnson a little long again.
Oh, good pass by
Zerlini for three. No, won't get it. Got his own rebound, though. Takes his man off the dribble, goes inside, lost the handle, got it back.
Got it back, and he's, oh, my.
It's short.
Yeah.
Benton clears it out. And a foul from behind as taking it down the lane was Bumgard, and he was bumped.
Yeah, it's going to be on Landon. That's his second.
So that'll send Reed Bumgart to the line, 6'1" junior for the Rangers. Stops the clock with 6:41 left here in the third quarter. Nice message from Dan Coomer, who's watching us this afternoon. Appreciate that, Dan. We always like to hear from our viewers.
Mitch Giacconi comes in for Benton, number 22.
Free throw is a little long. There's the rebound from McClintock to Johnson. Johnson down the lane. Bounce pass inside. Beautiful plays. He threaded the needle down there to
Giacconi.
And he scores. Give the Rangers back a 2-point lead here, 23-21. 6:23 left here in the third quarter. Yeah, you can let us know where you're watching from and who you're rooting for. Just send us a message here through our Facebook page on AreaSports.net or right here through the website on the Contact Us button on the website as well. Love to hear from you.
Turnover by Fairfield, and then Benton turns it over.
Right. Just trading turnovers, aren't we?
Kicking the ball.
Again, I go back to the idea that I just wonder how much of that is caused by the wearing of the masks and cutting back on the peripheral vision, particularly seeing the ball below you. Backdoor play down the lane. He scores. Brandon Lane exerting himself again on the inside, ties this game up at 23-all, but that was a nice pass.
Nice pass, sure was.
Johnson with it for Benton over to Bolin. Bolin guarded by Pruitt, takes him off the dribble, goes inside, scores.
Yeah.
Got around him and beat him to the bucket. 25-23. Rangers back up by 2. 5:29 left here in the third quarter. Again, we'll have one of those masked timeouts here in a minute.
Yeah.
They'll need it. Lane inside. Back out to McElravy. He drains the three-pointer. The trifecta puts the Mules up by 1, 26-25. As we approach the 5-minute mark. Right side, Bolin has it now for the Rangers.
Benton's kept Noah McElravy quiet until this second half, Randy. He's got 5 points now.
He just sure does.
Yeah, we need a big game from him.
Inside the lane, there's cutoff. Bumgart couldn't get the shot off. Now here's Johnson driving inside. Goes up, missed it. There's the follow. No good by Giacconi. It rolls off, but we've got a whistle and a foul underneath.
They're going to call that on Brandon Lane. That's his second foul. Team foul number 2 for Fairfield.
That's the 4:40 mark, and they blow the whistle and say media timeout or mask timeout. Now, last night in Mount Vernon, they were calling them mask timeouts.
Mask.
It's really what it is. It's giving everybody a chance to breathe a little bit. You can pull your mask down for just a moment and also get some instruction from your coach, and you do so with this little break without having a timeout, charged to you. So that's good too. We'll be back with more in just a moment here from the Mule Barn.
Houghton's Pizza House in McLeansboro has been serving up delicious pizza and sandwiches since 1978. That's over 40 years. It's great food at a great price. You can choose from their specialty pizza such as veggie pizza, taco pizza, supreme pizza, or create your own pizza masterpiece and choose from the toppings that you like. Dick and Lucille and their staff are ready to serve you Tuesday through Sunday from 4 p.m. till 10 p.m. at Houghton's Pizza House. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Houghton's Pizza House, a Southern Illinois tradition since 1978.
Back here at the Mule Barn, Randy Olson along with Mark Wells. Mark, that was actually Vicky King. Vicky King.
Vicky, okay.
Yeah, that was the athletic director down in Carbondale.
Vicky and Karen are sisters, I believe.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
yeah,
Vicky
was.
King,
Yeah.
okay.
She was one that was down there as the athletic director at Carbondale when Jim Miller was hired. And was down there for a while. And then, of course, the longtime basketball coach, Rick Moss of Centralia, eventually ended up down in Carbondale and became the athletic director. And now he has since retired. And now Jim Miller is retiring. So both free throws are made there by Mitch Giacconi as the Rangers go up by 1, 27-26. Seesaw battle here at the Mule Barn. Lane has it knocked away.
Turnover by Fairfield.
Johnson brings it up. Johnson taking it all the way down, initiates contact, misses the shot. Pruitt with the rebound for the Mules. Outlet to McElravy. Over to Massey. They'll set up the offense. In the corner to Pruitt. Skip pass over here to McElravy. He's going to drive on his man. Goes up for the shot.
Hey,
Got
that's
it to fall.
Big basket by Noah McElravy.
That was a big play by McElravy to get the bucket, get the bruise, and go to the line to try to add to it.
That foul went to Landon Bolin of Benton. That's his second, and it'll be team foul number 2 against the Rangers.
Mules regain the lead at 28-27. Here's McElravy with the and one, and he got it.
That's 8 points for Noah McElravy this half, Randy.
All in this quarter.
Yeah,
you're right. Absolutely. Here's Johnson in front court again for the Rangers. Mules back to a man-to-man defense. They keep switching from the zone to the man. Benton
Good
running some motion
pass,
offense.
Yeah.
Out here in the corner it comes to McClintock. Guarded by Zerlini.
Oh,
there's a
good
back
inside
door.
pass. Good backdoor pass.
Found a cutter down there, and it was Bayless, and he got open and ties the game at 29-29. Mules back on the attack again. Here is Massey with the 3 ball. Won't go. Wide right. Rebound Benton. They'll push it. Ahead they go. Shovel pass underneath. Easy layup that time by Bumgart. On the feed from Bayless. And we've got
they're going to call the foul on Colin Massey, I believe, Randy.
Is that on the inbound?
I believe it was. On the inbound pass, they're calling for that foul. That's team foul number 3 against Fairfield.
And here's an out-of-bounds play and an easy bucket. Somebody went to sleep there on the Mules. McClintock scores, nobody around him. 4-point lead, and all of a sudden a 6-0 run there by the Rangers gives them the 4-point lead with 3:12 left here in the third quarter. And Coach McElroy says, we got to stop the bleeding.
Timeout.
Calls timeout to stop the bleeding, and we'll take timeout as well and be back here in just a moment.
The difference between profit and loss is razor thin in today's market. Luckily, your GSI dealer is there to help you stay in the black. Capturing futures carry and improving your basis with increased on-farm storage on average could earn a 50-cent per bushel difference. Taking advantage of early harvest and saving with on-farm drying makes a profitability difference. Proven and dependable grain systems that boost your bottom line, that's the GSI difference.
Welcome back here to the Mule Barn. We have got a nail biter as Benton leads at 33-29 as Benton just went on a 6-0 run to gain a 4-point lead. And Mules went to sleep a little bit on a couple of defensive efforts there. Had a tough foul called against them as well.
I'm sure that's what Coach McElroy called him over to and told him be more wide awake here, guys.
Right.
Be more alert. Don't take yourself out of the ball game here. You're in it. Don't take yourself out.
Hey, don't forget, we'll have another game for you tonight at 6 o'clock. You want more basketball? Hey, we've got it for you. Wayne City is hosting Edwards County tonight. Danny Ouncemet will join me over there in the gym for that one tonight. We'll tip it off about 6 o'clock here on AreaSports.net. Here's Erlini for 3. It's short. Pick back up again over in the corner to Pruitt. He'll fire away.
Yeah.
Got it. Nailed it from the left corner pocket. Pruitt cuts the lead back to 1. It's 33-32 with 2:47 left here in the third quarter.
That basket by Blake is his first point of the game.
Mules need a defensive stop now. They went back to the zone again. Out front to Johnson. Johnson thinks about a shot. Now he's cut off. Right side they'll go. Here's a high archer that's partially deflected.
Blocked,
Yep. Zerlini came away with it, and it's knocked out of bounds. Mule ball. 2:23 left here in the third quarter. This is anybody's ball game, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
It's whoever can put a run together here and get some stops. Two evenly matched teams. Here's McElravy with the runner. It's short. A little bit off balance on that shot.
Yeah, and hit the bottom of the rim. He didn't really get planted well on that.
Benton back the other way.
I think he knew that, Randy, when he let
I think he
go
did
of the
too.
ball. He knew that was not going anywhere.
I think it almost slipped.
Yeah.
Inside the high post, nothing there. Now they go back down to him again as they feed it to McClintock, and he scores
good.
And gets fouled. Wyatt McClintock did a good job of pushing the ball back outside, getting himself positioned inside on the drop step to where he had room to maneuver, and he scores, making it 35-32, and then gets fouled in the process.
Yeah, that foul went to Brandon Lane. That's his third foul.
And into the ball game for Fairfield, number 42 is Camden Robbins. And also in the game is Eric Rogers. Robbins can jump out of the gym.
Mm-hmm.
That ball goes out of bounds. It's off Benton. It'll be Fairfield ball. Also, we got Dylan Best checking in for the Mules, number 32. Minute 49 left here in the third quarter. How many of you have got this game popped up on your big screen? It's easy to do. Some of us have some of you have sent pictures to us before, showing us how you got it on your big screen in your living room, and 7 or 8 of you gathered around watching. That's the way to do it.
Offensive foul. They're going to call Noah McElravy offensive foul, elbow, Randy.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's his third foul.
That's a tough one. The fouls are mounting here.
15 foul against the Mules.
So we have 3 on McElravy and also 3 on
Brandon Lane.
Brandon Lane inside, yep.
Yeah.
Minute 31 left here in the third quarter. A lot of basketball left to be played here. It's a 3-point Benton lead, and they have the basketball as the Mules go back to a zone. Johnson with it out front. Over on the right side.
Don't let him take the 3 from that. He will if he gets the opportunity.
Oh, yeah, he will. Oh, yeah,
he will. Turnover by Benton.
They're trying to poke it inside to McClintock again. Bayless has really given Benton some good minutes off the bench. He's another one of their seniors. 65 seconds left here in the third quarter. Al Johnson's got it. Over to Bayless. Again, they're looking inside for McClintock. They get it into him right there. Now back out. It goes to Bayless. He'll bury it. I just said Bayless was giving him some good minutes off the bench, and is he ever? 38-32. 6-point Benton lead with 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. Inside it goes Robbins. Robbins fouled from behind by McClintock. Robbins had some really good minutes in the JV game earlier, looked impressive. And I'm telling you, the guy can jump out of the gym.
And he's only a junior, Andy.
Yeah. If they leave him alone and he's 2 steps away from the bucket, it's going to be dunked.
He almost got called for a travel there.
Yeah, close.
Yeah, very close.
22 seconds left here, third quarter. Pruitt has it. Pruitt's backing his man down. Back out to the top. Over to the left side. There's a shot short. Nope, it goes in. Holy cow.
That was McGuire.
Taylor nails it. Yeah. Big shot by Taylor, and then here's a 3-ball just before the horn by Giacconi that won't go. But the bucket by Taylor makes it 38-34 as we close out the third quarter of play. And we'll be back with fourth quarter action in just a moment here live on AreaSports.net. Stay with us.
Vaughn Equipment is a family-owned and operated business in Fairfield that's committed to providing quality equipment to the farm, construction, tractor-trailer, marine, and oil field industries. They feature a great selection of new and pre-owned trucks, trailers, farm equipment, construction equipment, and rental equipment. Their inventory changes weekly, and you can see it all in person or on their website. Whatever you're looking for to do the job right, Vaughn Equipment can help you. They're located at 1102 South 1st Street in Fairfield, or call 842-3500.
Back here at the Mule Barn, Randy Olson along with Mark Wells. We've had several comments come in here about Jim Miller, who, again, is retiring, stepping down after this year at Carbondale. And, again, he used to coach here, of course, at Fairfield. If you missed the interview that we did with Jim this morning on the Sports Couch, check it out. It was only about 7 minutes long. We talked to him last night before the game at Mount Vernon, but really some interesting words from Jim, and it was good to talk to him and good to see him last night again. And a guy who's always competed with class and respect, and we wish him the best. But a lot of you who know Jim and remember him when he was here in Fairfield, you might want to check out that interview in case you missed it this morning. It's in the archive there on the Sports Couch from our show this morning, okay? Back to action here, start the fourth quarter. Rangers have it, and they also have a 4-point lead.
Landon Zerlini back into the game for Fairfield.
And so is Brandon Lane. Playing with 3 fouls. Yeah. And that is almost thrown away. Mules will open in a zone here in this fourth quarter. There's a pass on the baseline. There's a trap, and that's what you want. Yeah. You want that trap, and you want that steal, and the Mules got it. Pruitt has it ahead. All the way down off glass and scores. Nobody stopped
him. He took it right to the hole.
Nobody impeded his progress, and he took it all the way to the glass, and it's 38-36. 7:13 left in the ball game. Who's going to pick up the W this afternoon? Both teams were winners last night on the road. There's a steal. McGuire-Taylor to Zerlini. All the way around his man and scores. The defender was set up to take what he thought was going to be a sure charge, and Zerlini says, not so fast, guy.
Went around him. And a good layup by Landon.
Great maneuver by Landon to control his body and not make contact with him. And instead get the bucket, and we're all tied at 38-38. What a turnaround here. The Mules come out and
good turnaround.
Make a 4-0 run to start the fourth quarter.
Landon's got 10 points.
He had 24, I think it was, last night.
And he's got 3 fouls, so we need to be careful on that.
6:42 to go in the game. We know there'll be one more mask timeout around the 4-minute mark. And that's taken away by Zerlini. Good defensive play.
Good defensive by Landon, and then also Brandon Lane right there.
And Massey has it now. Out to Zerlini. They'll set it up out front to Massey. 6:19 left. Over on the right side to Pruitt. Back to Massey. Benton kind of playing a, well, yeah, okay. It's kind of a sagging man-to-man, but almost a matchup zone, to be honest with you. It's very close to that, what that would be.
Mules trying to look to go inside to Landon, but good defense by Johnson on Landon.
Almost a box and one, actually. They've got Johnson guarding Zerlini one-on-one, and everybody else is kind of in the box. As the three-pointer's knocked down by Lane, the big guy says, yes, I can stroke it from out here. Just watch. And he did. 41-38. Mules up by 3. Mules on a 7-0 run here to start the fourth quarter. 5:29 left. Benton needing a bucket bad. Right side, they work it to McClintock. Now shot from the corner, won't go. Nobody there to rebound on the weak side except white jerseys. Pruitt comes away with it to Massey. Zerlini has it. Mules looking to add to the lead. Zerlini backs his man down, slips.
Oh, he drives.
Goes up underneath him.
They're going to call him for travel.
He slipped, actually.
Knew that was going to happen, Randy. He almost fell down.
Yeah, I was wondering if there was a wet spot or something down there because he really slid.
Yeah.
Coach McElravy is kind of questioning that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think that was a good call. It could have went really both ways, but he did slip.
We're under 5 minutes to play. The next stoppage of play will be the masked timeout. Johnson has it for the Rangers. Left wing now, they go to McClintock. Johnson again. Mules stay in the zone. McClintock's running that baseline. You got to watch
Johnson
him. Here's a three-pointer, missed it, and there's a rebound by Massey.
Good bounce pass, good drive by Landon.
Boy, the nice feed to Zerlini, and he takes it strong to the glass.
Benton's calling the timeout on that one.
The Mules go up by 5, 45 to 38. Timeout on the court. And we will take timeout as well and be back with more here in just a moment, live from the Mule Barn.
As a craftsman, Gordy had imagination and vision. As a business owner and machinist, he understood all the moving components and how important they were to making things work. When he dreamed of building his business, he knew he needed help. FNB provided the spark necessary to ignite his growth. That partnership has proven to be his best creation yet.
It has been a 9-0 run for the Fairfield Mules to start this fourth quarter, just what the doctor ordered. And Fairfield has a 5-point lead, 43-38. You couldn't draw it up any better than that if you wrote the script,
No,
Mark.
that's right. That's exactly right. The Mules are doing everything. They're firing on all aspects of what they need to do in this game here. And that is defense, control the offense, and get the ball into their big guy, Zerlini, and whoever can take the shot, the open shot, and keep the score where it's at.
And, you know, I'll tell you something I think is playing a role in this game right now that we've gotten to the fourth quarter, and I think it's depth. Because we're playing with a mask on, you have problems breathing out there, you get fatigued, and Fairfield is going 10 players deep, and Benton's going 7 players deep.
They've not been making a major change in their lineup,
right.
Substituting anybody in.
I really think the Benton players look a bit fatigued right now.
They do. A turnover by Benton.
Steal.
You're exactly right. I agree with you on that.
Mules in the front court. Pruitt has fouled.
They're going to call that on Wyatt McClintock.
McClintock, yeah.
It's his second foul.
Yeah, because the Mules have done line changes. You know, they've done 5 in, 5 out.
Yeah,
and Benton hasn't done that. And they just don't have that luxury on the squad this year. And I think getting into this fourth quarter, it's starting to matter. 4:02 left in the game. There's our mask timeout. So we'll take another break as well and be back here in just a moment. Live on AreaSports.net. Don't go away.
Carter Turf and Tractor is now open in their beautiful new location on West Main Street in Fairfield in the former Save-A-Lot building. Carter Turf and Tractor is your area dealer for high-quality Kubota tractors in a variety of sizes, perfect for a landscaping business or to easily handle a variety of jobs around your home or farm. They can customize a solution for your needs. They also have the Kubota RTV utility vehicles for on-road and off-road transportation and hauling needs. When there's mowing or lawn work to be done, Carter Turf and Tractor has you covered with Exmark riding mowers and walk-behind mowers. They also feature a good selection of Echo brand brush cutters, trimmers, and chainsaws, as well as Honda and Generac generators. Come in and see for yourself at the new Carter Turf and Tractor, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 on Saturday.
Well, we might need to see Carter Turf and Tractor for a snowblower, the way things sound here.
Yeah.
Huh? The weather's going to
That's
change
what
in a
they're
hurry.
saying. Yep.
Ball is knocked away as we come back to live action. Fairfield having it down on the baseline. Yeah, we'll have to ask Gary Carter if he's got any snowblowers in, just in case. But,
41 days, though, Randy, till spring.
Oh, thank you.
You're
That's
welcome.
great news.
Yeah, I know.
You just
I've been
cheered
counting
everybody
down.
up.
I'm doing counting down.
You just cheered everybody up.
I'm hoping anyway.
Right.
Hoping that's the right countdown anyway.
3:45 left in the game. Mules nursing a 5-point lead. And, they can be patient here. They don't have to get in a hurry.
No.
And you don't want to take a silly shot here. There's no reason to. And there's a bump out front as Noah McElravy was fouled out front by Reed Bumgart.
Randy, you said it a while ago, and I agree with you, and you can see it in Benton. The fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
It is the fatigue setting in.
I think it's playing a role.
Yeah.
5 team fouls
Nice
on.
inside pass.
Oh, beautiful play. Zerlini on the post. Puts the Mules up by 7. It's their biggest lead of the game, 45-38, and it comes with a great time in the game with 3:24 left.
Travel,
There's a turnover.
turnover.
Again, I point to fatigue.
Yeah. You no doubt you can see it in Benton, Randy. You can see the fatigue in them. You hate to harp on that, but it is.
Well,
you
the Rangers had tons of energy for the first 3 quarters, and they were in control of this game until the fourth quarter started. And then the Mules, it's been all Mules fourth quarter.
Push-off foul, and I'm trying to see who that's on. They're going to give that foul to Jacob Seidel.
It's been an 11-0 run now by Fairfield to start this fourth quarter.
Seidel, that's his third foul.
Am I right? Benton has not scored this
They
fourth
have not
quarter.
scored.
Right. And we got 3:13 left. Here's Zerlini backing his man down. Out to Pruitt. Back out to Massey. Again, the Mules do not have to get in a hurry here. They have the luxury under 3 minutes to play. 7-point lead. 3-possession game. There are 6 team fouls on Benton, so the next foul will send them to the line for the bonus. Lane backs his man down. Doesn't have to shoot. Doesn't have to shoot. Normally he would have taken that shot, but doesn't have to. There's the foul. That'll be number 7, and that's going to send Zerlini to the line. Almost a little frustration foul that time by Reed Bumgart.
That's his third foul, Randy. So as you mentioned, 17 fouls, so the Mules will go to the line with Landon Zerlini.
Again, basketball fans, we'll have another one for you tonight. It's Wayne City against Edwards County. That'll tip off at 6 o'clock on a separate link here on our website, AreaSports.net. Free throws missed by Zerlini. Here's Benton. They need a bucket in a hurry. Running out of time, and there's a foul underneath. 2:32 left. Foul on the Mules is going to send Reed Bumgart to the line.
Brandon Lane, they're going to call that foul on him. They're going to give that foul to Brandon. I believe that's his fourth foul. Maybe it's his third.
If you're Coach McElravy, that's one thing you didn't want to see right there was a foul and stop the clock, give Benton a chance to score with the clock stopped. But the first free throw is missed by Bumgart. But he buries the second one, and that's the first point of the fourth quarter for the Rangers.
And a free throw.
And we got a whistle, a timeout.
Timeout.
And Coach McElravy just realized when he called the timeout that he was going to have a layup.
Yeah.
But it's too late to take it back. So he does call the timeout with 2:25 left in the contest. Back with more in just a moment. Stay with us. It's the heating season, and Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods has you covered with fast, reliable propane delivery service for your home or farm. And if you need those propane bottles filled for your grill or camper, Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods can do it.
Looking for a wide selection of guns and ammunition? You'll find it at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods. You can even search online through their website at wainwrightpropane.com. And don't forget, they also sell propane grills, smokers, and deep fryers at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods. Back at the Mule Barn, you think Gary Moore will be selling any propane next week?
You know what? With that polar vortex coming in, I would say probably so.
I bet those propane trucks are going to be running.
Putting some miles on them next week.
Oh, Jed and Kent Baker and those guys, Brian, man, they're going to be running all over Southern Illinois delivering propane to your home or farm, and they can do it.
I think we're looking at a low of 1 below coming up sometime next week.
Yeah, don't talk like that, but that's what the weatherman says. But, I'm just banking on the fact that the weatherman's wrong a lot of times, so maybe he's wrong this time. I mean, I used to be a weatherman, so I know.
You did.
I was wrong.
You were wrong a lot.
I know. It's you could be wrong.
I remember those days watching you as a weatherman.
You're wrong and you still get paid. I mean, it's crazy. What a gig. What a gig. All right, 2:19 left in the game here as Fairfield has it, holding on to a 6-point lead. As McElravy is held.
It looks like on Wyatt McClintock, right? Did they call that on him? Yeah, that's his third foul.
So McElravy will go to the line, stops the clock with 2:12 left. Noah, normally a pretty good free throw shooter. And he nails it. 46-39, a 7-point lead. Benton won the freshman game by 6 points. Fairfield won the JV game in a blowout.
55-23 is what they won on that one.
And Fairfield is leading the varsity contest here.
Noah made his second free throw.
They got to start the clock. Yep. Nobody started the clock. It did not run. It was still sitting on 2:12 when they inbound that ball, and there was probably about 5 seconds that went off
of it.
So they need to readjust that. They take 4 seconds off. 2:08. All right, Ted Knapp making the call there. He says, I think it's about 4 seconds probably. Okay, so in front of the scorer's bench, it'll be Benton ball.
Yeah, didn't recognize that was Ted for a moment.
Well, you don't know him with a mask on.
Yeah, and then you don't have hardly any hair anymore.
Yeah. 3-pointer from the corner. Missed. The follow no good. McClintock had it taken away from him by Pruitt.
Pruitt reached in there and just ripped that ball out from him.
He did. Good job by Blake. Massey. Over to Pruitt, back to Massey. Out to McElravy. Benton having to chase. Minute 39 left. 8-point lead. 3-possession game. Benton needs the basketball. They're chasing. They've only scored 1 point this entire quarter.
That was a free throw.
Yep. Minute 25 left. And there's a foul, as this time they're going to foul Blake Pruitt and take their chances with Blake going to the line. Stops the clock with 1:21 left.
That's fourth on Wyatt McClintock.
Hey, Monday night we'll have an interesting game for you, too. Going to a place we've never been. Going down to Galatia Monday night.
Down by the coal mines.
Yeah. Galatia Bearcats hosting the Pope County Pirates. It'll be the first time a basketball game has ever been video streamed in Galatia's gym.
Wow.
Ever. Can you believe it?
That's hard to believe.
Free throws are good.
But that's nice. That's good.
Well, they contacted us and asked us if we would. We said, well, if you can find a game that's on an off night that we're not doing something else, we'll do it. 3-pointer is buried by Giacconi. Makes it 49-42. And, you don't do too many games on Monday night.
No, not many.
So we said, okay, we'll come down and do it, and it'll be a treat for the kids and for the parents, and we'll go down there and make the most of it because that gym is so small, I don't know that they can get any fans in there.
I haven't been in Galatia Gym, but I know it is small, relatively small.
I don't think they're going to allow anybody. No. So we'll be there Monday night unless we get the polar vortex snowstorm. Back with more in just a moment.
Beautiful, spacious skies, purple mountains, and amber waves. For more than 70 years, Shelter Insurance has protected families as they've lived, laughed, and loved all of life's beauty. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Agent Melissa Walden.
Back to live action here at the Mule Barn. Fairfield gets the ball inside with a minute, 10 seconds left. McElravy double teamed and then
they just threw it away.
Throws the ball away. Yeah. Trying to go cross court, but airmailed it right over to Coach. And can't tell the look on Coach's face because of the mask, but it's probably not a pleasant one.
Not a pleasant one. You'll have a talk with him later.
7-point game with 63 seconds left. Benton still has a chance, but they need to score this possession.
Yeah, this was important.
And there's a
turnover.
Yeah. Mules with it. And Benton chases, and they commit the foul. Now it's just going to come down to, can you make your free throws?
Can you make it?
You know, because Benton's going to have to keep fouling, and Fairfield's going to have to keep shooting free throws and making them. Down to 52 seconds left, as going to the line will be Colin Massey, the 5'10 senior. Tell us what he's done on the night there, Mark.
Colin is 2 points. Yeah, this will be a big free throw for him. Yeah, there we go.
You know, he's done a lot out there, though. You know, even though he doesn't score, you think of the ball handling he's done, the passing he's made, the assist he's made, and the defense he's done, and some key rebounds, too. So, very important part of the game, and very important free throws right there.
Right there.
For the Mules. He gets them both, 51-42 with 49 seconds left. Here's a 3-ball out front. Won't go. There's Zerlini with the rebound.
By Landon.
Trying to get an
wide
outlet
open.
pass.
Blake Pruitt. And Blake's just going to bring it right out, which is smart.
Yep, you don't have to score. You don't have to shoot. You're up by 9. Yep. Timeout, Fairfield. He got trapped a little bit there in the corner, so he thought, well, let's call timeout. We've got him. Let's use him. So you
know, he could have took that to the basket, Randy, but he was, as again we said, he was smart to bring that right back out. The Mules have the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Don't rush it. Don't take a chance.
Right. Hey, we'll take another break. Be right back. Well, that's not going to work, so
that was a good break. That was a quick break.
Yeah. That was a short timeout, too. It was a 30 seconds, so we will just rejoin the action here. Additional buzzer. Yeah, I thought that was a short
timeout. That's what I said. They didn't give the clock.
Yeah, they didn't give the clock time to run down. I thought that was awful quick. Okay, 37 seconds left. Here is the inbound to McElravy, and he is going to be fouled by Baumgart.
Yeah, that's his 4th.
So we'll walk to the other end and shoot more free throws. Super bonus time now for the Mules. That means 2 free throws coming here for Noah McElravy. Makes it. Again, the Mules started this 4th quarter on an 11-0 run. They were down by 4, and they started off on an 11-0 run to go up by 7, and now up by 10. Got it.
That's 5 points off free throws for Noah McElravy.
53-42. Who says free throws aren't important?
Yes.
Huh? They are. Long 3 won't go for Johnson. He has just not been able to hit him today. Just has not been able to hit him. Another rebound, another foul. We'll walk to the end, and more free throws coming for the Mules. This time it's going to be McElravy again.
Giacconi, that's his 3rd foul. Noah has 11 points, but 5 of those, Randy, from the free throw line.
Mm-hmm. Missed that one.
Yeah, shouldn't have said that.
Mm-hmm. You jinxed it.
I did.
I got that one, though.
Got that one, yeah.
1 for 2. 22 seconds left inside the lane. Shot is up and in for the Rangers. Who got that one?
It was Baumgart. Reed Baumgart, number 12.
Cuts the lead to 10 with 19 seconds left. Mules are gonna get the win here, it would appear, as it's been a hard-fought battle. Benton led much of this ball game.
Mm-hmm.
But Mules just came out smoking in the 4th quarter.
4th quarter, yeah.
And I do believe that fatigue definitely played a factor there. And the Mules with their line change like they do and keeping some fresh legs. And, you know, the guys have a chance to change out their mask if they want to when they're on the bench. And, you know, all those sorts of things. Get your breath. I mean, it's got to be tough playing with a mask on. Got to be. Fairfield basketball here with 19 seconds left. Zerlini has it. Just got to run it out. He traveled with the ball. Again, he lost his footing there and slipped. Well, it's going to be a big win here for Fairfield against a quality opponent in the Rangers.
Good win.
They won't meet in postseason this year because we're not going to have postseason this year, although they met in the regional last year. Foul on the Mules is going to send Peyton Bayless to the line.
Landon, that's his 4th foul.
You know, you hear some people bellyache about the fact that there's not going to be postseason this year, but I'm like, hey, you know what? Some is better than none. You know,
at least they're playing.
At least they're playing,
now.
you know, and at least we're going to try to squeeze in some football and baseball too. So, again, there's no limit on the number of games that you can play. The IHSA says, hey, just keep it reasonable. So, you know, some teams are playing 12, some are playing 16, some are playing 18. First free throw is good. Second one is missed. Down to 7 seconds left. And the Mules are just going to hold the ball. That's going to be the ball game. Fairfield's going to win it. They hold serve here at the Mule Barn and win it 54-45. Good win for the Mules. Again, you know, in this age of COVID, you don't have the handshakes and things like that either that you would normally have in a regular situation. That's just all part of it. You just kind of wave at each other and say, hey, thanks, good luck, have a safe trip home, that type of thing. And you kind of go along and go from there.
Go from there on it.
Yeah. Mark is working on our stats. We'll come back and pass those along to you here in just a moment.
Are you going out of town for a vacation or a weekend getaway? What are you going to do with your dog? That's easy. There's Jaggers Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon. Jaggers Doggy Daycare is your one-stop shop for overnight dog boarding, doggy daycare, as well as dog grooming and obedience dog training. It's your dog's home away from home, and they will thrive, and they'll get one-on-one attention by a great staff. More information is available on the web at jaggersdoggydaycare.com. Jaggers Doggy Daycare, 414 Main Street in Mount Vernon.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve with home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
Talk to State Farm agent Lynn Braden in McLeansboro today.
Add some excitement to your life with Black Diamond Harley-Davidson and Black Diamond RV Superstore. The Black Diamond mission is to make sure that every customer is completely satisfied. Black Diamond Harley-Davidson takes pride in offering a huge selection of new and pre-owned motorcycles for their customers to choose from. They maintain the largest inventory in the Midwest with a motorcycle to fit everyone and always great prices. Black Diamond RV Superstore features a great selection of travel trailers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes. In fact, they have travel trailers starting as low as $94 a month, and they're open 7 days a week, so you can always stop by and see the Black Diamond difference for yourself at 2400 Williamson County Parkway in Marion. Black Diamond Harley-Davidson and Black Diamond RV Superstore in Marion.
Well, welcome back here to the Mule Barn, where it's a final. The Mules win it here over Benton Rangers 54-45, as the Mules are now improved to 3-0 on the season. They won on the road at Woodlawn to start the year. They won on the road at Salem last night at the buzzer, and they win tonight at home against the Benton Rangers by 9 points. Mules will be at home here on Tuesday night against Johnston City, and then they'll also be hosting Edwards County coming up, and also Sisney's coming in here, and Hamilton County's coming in here, and El Dorado's coming here, so they'll be getting into the thick of the Black Diamond Conference here real quick. Mark, tell us some stats of how this ball game shaped up. Great win for the Mules.
Yeah, great win for Fairfield, as you mentioned, Randy. For Benton, they were led in scoring by Reed Bumgart and looks like Wyatt McClintock, both with 11. Then you had Reese Johnson with 8, 5 from Mitch Giacconi and Peyton Bayless with 5, and 2 from Landon Bolin, and 1 from Jacob Seidel. For the Mules, they were led in scoring by Landon Zerlini, who had 14, Noah McElravy, and Brandon Lane, both with 12. Of course, McElravy's points came in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Most of his points, and 6 from the free throw line. Then you had Blake Pruitt with 7, Colin Massey with 4, And Camden Robbins with 2 for the Mules win of 54-45 over Benton, and getting revenge from their loss last year at the regional championship in Carmine, Andy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Some of these same players were definitely involved in that. Benton will drop to 1-1 on the season, and the Rangers will be at home on Tuesday night as they will host the Heron Tigers, and then they've got a home game against West Frankfort too, so that's what's ahead for the Benton Rangers. Unfortunately, with the streaming situation now, we can't do any more games in Benton. We've always accustomed to going down there and doing the BIT.
Right.
Have loved doing it for years. Also done some shootout games down there. Did the big matchup between Fairfield and Nashville down there last year in the shootout, and did some other ones. And but with the contractual arrangement that Benton High School now has with the NFHS, we're not permitted to go in there and stream anymore and do our free service. Instead, you got pay-per-view, but that's what they've chosen to do, and it's unfortunate. But we have enjoyed providing free service for you Benton fans today who have logged on along with the Fairfield fans to enjoy this one. 54-45, the Mules win it as they improve to 3-0 on the season, and they'll have Johnson City in here on Tuesday night. Keep watching our website at AreaSports.net as we will continue to schedule games throughout the area. We'll be doing a lot of Mules games this year, a lot of Wayne City games, Sisney games. Like I say, we're down in Galatia on Monday night. Hamilton County games, some Mount Vernon games. I mean, we're all over the place. So just keep watching the website, not only on AreaSports.net, but also on FoxesFans.net and on PCSportsInfo.net. Again, starting in about 20 minutes, you can catch Pinckneyville in action over at the Round Robin on PCSportsInfo.net. It's one of our sister websites, as Tim and Gary are over there to bring you that action of all 3 games. It's a Round Robin they're doing this evening between Pinckneyville, Chester, and Cairo. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add there, Mark?
No, what a win for the Mules. Again, they look good. Came out that second half on fire.
Yeah.
And held Benton down, and they look good. And it's good to see these guys out playing, Randy.
It
really
is definitely good seeing them play, and we got to honor the seniors tonight too, because we want to make sure we get that in, because you just never know what will happen down the road. You could have a stoppage in play because of COVID or IDPH guidelines or something like that. So I think the Fairfield administration did the right thing, the smart thing, and they honored the seniors tonight right out of the gate at the first home game. So that was cool to do that. We actually captured that on video as well at the start of our telecast this evening. So if you didn't get to see that and miss that, you'll be able to go back and watch that in archive as they were brought out on the floor and recognized along with their parents. So that we captured for you as well. All right. Hey, that's going to wrap things up from the Mule Barn. Mark, thanks so much for being along. It's been fun.
Been a lot of fun.
Been fun.
Yeah.
Stay safe and stay warm.
Yeah.
Stay warm.
41 days, spring.
Oh, man, I love it. That is the best news I've heard all day.
And baseball season coming up.
And speaking of baseball, how about the Cardinals?
Yeah, I think
Nolan Arenado.
Yeah, I think big things, and I think they're still trying maybe to get another starting pitcher. We'll just see what happens, and it's going to be an exciting season, I think, this year.
I think Jake Odorizzi would look very nice in a Cardinal
uniform. And he's from that area, isn't he?
Grew up in Highland. I remember him playing in high school.
Yeah.
Playing high school baseball. Absolutely.
I think they may be looking at him. Let's hope so anyway.
That would be cool. Again, Benton wins the freshman game. Fairfield takes the JV game, and Fairfield takes the varsity game. The final here, 54-45 for Mark Wells.